beautiful people. I hope you are all very well. Welcome to the Rietspruit Game Reserve. My name is Andrew, and on camera today we have the wonderful Basil, accompanied by our latest intern Joe. And today we are out tracking some lions. So yesterday afternoon Gareth had some very hungry, well, full lions, should I say. They weren't hungry at all, they were very fat. And I thought I'd come check up on them, but they seem to have moved off. But I've got some tracks here headed in a westerly direction. Sure, for a second I thought that signpost there was a lion. That was a bit jumping the heart rate. But I hope everyone's doing well. And thank you to our pack members once again for us being able to do these drives. It wouldn't be possible without you guys, so a big thanks is very much due. And we have a new keyword this week that Gareth actually came up with. And the keyword for the week, if you want to get your hands on a stunning print by Gareth, I hate to admit it because he's Gareth, but his photo is exceptional. The keyword for the week is leap, so please send that in to receive your high resolution print. Now leap, I wonder what it can be. Is it an impala leaping over a riverbed? Is it a lion leaping from a tree? Is it a leap of leopards? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Just remember, you can send it on the app or email info@pdtv to claim that print. Like I said before, it's a stunning image, and I'm going to even put in my keyword for the week this week. Let me just open this link so I can say hello to the beautiful pack members and hello to everyone on the public channel as well. I hope everybody is having a superb Tuesday morning and that their day goes swimmingly. I don't know if it's morning or night. This always gets me a bit confused. Now, open. Sorry everybody, please bear with me. Good morning, officer. I can hear myself. So, morning lovers, it's just myself and Dean out, no active sightings. So I'm following up on the Pride. Tracks head west up Lemmendoring West towards the fence line.
Okay, copy that, thank you.
Good morning Mary, Barbara, Carol, Elsa, Ashley, Wendy, Liz. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. But those are the names I see for now. Good morning everyone. How are we all doing? It's awesome to finally be here with you guys. I know I'm often on the back of the vehicle telling Gareth where all the tracks are. Gareth, there's a leopard track. Gareth, there's a lion track. Now it's my turn to show I can hopefully track. But the lion track's headed up here and we've just come to a junction, so I always like to get off at a junction just to see if they could have diverted in any way. You know, sometimes lines will go straight and then just cut in or cut around the block. But from here, I can't see any line tracks headed this way. So my best bet is they continue straight towards the fence line. Now, this could have been 4 hours ago, this could have been half an hour ago. So it's really hard to tell because the tracks look pretty pristine when I do see them. But at the same time, you know, our lions in cool weather can cover quite a distance, but already let's just keep an eye out because we are in the bush and it is still quite dark. But if you have a look here, Basil, I don't know if you can get this disturbance in the sand in shot. Can you? So you can see here where a lioness is actually plonked down, and over here, I don't know if Basil will be able to get that, but there is a pristine lioness paw print. right here. So one lioness was laying down here. I have an idea as to the individual it would have been, because I've noticed there's one lioness who gets up only once the rest of the pride's gotten up. She's always the last one to get up and about. And she's the one that greeted me at Lemon Crip, which led to Gareth finding the rest of the pride there. But hang on, here's more disturbances in the soil. You can see another lioness has sat down here. Some more disturbance in the soil. But for the most part, these tracks are still headed this way. Now, this is actually a very funny story, this road we're on. This road is the road I first ever fully successfully tracked and found the pride after having driven past them 4 times. Yes, you heard me correctly, folks. We drove past them 4 times before we found them. So I'm hoping that I can do a little better this morning. Sure, it's getting quite toasty this morning already. I have to take a jacket off soon. But let's head on towards the fence line and see where the tracks continue from there. Andrew, you have some fans on the public stream. Hey, thank you, Mary. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Hello, fans. How are you? Hi, Deneen. Thanks for joining. Good to have you with us. Liz, we're in Florida. It's just after midnight here. No telling if I'll stay awake for the whole thing. Ray, Liz, your perseverance is just admirable. The fact that it's midnight and you still joined us is just remarkable. Thank you for that. All right. Oh. Now, one thing I really don't like about the western side of the reserve is all these rocks. And especially first thing in the morning, just after a cup of coffee, you know, not ideal. But these lions, you know, they make us work for these sightings, that's for sure. I was actually saying to Basil now, they're not going to be at Lemon Crip because they know I'm tracking them already. And I thought, you know, sure, they were so fat, we might just get lucky. And I mean, there's a high possibility that they could have been there, you know. Lions can sleep for 22 hours a day. I mean, they'll even sleep at night if they want to. Obviously, that's when they're more known to get up and get active quite a bit. But sometimes, you know, they don't even read the books and they do what they want. That's what I used to always tell my guests is, you know, I can tell you everything factually correct about a lion, but they could still just completely blow your mind and surprise you like you won't believe it. Now, I have some unfortunate news regarding said camera trap that was picked up yesterday. There were only 48 clips recorded, which I don't know why it keeps doing that. We need to open that little trap camera up and see if the sensor's dirty or something like that. And that's why it's not taking images. But we did, however, manage to get a civet and a genet. But we did not, however, manage to get that leopard and leopard cub, which is unfortunate. But Brent had us put up a second trap camera to where they were coming in and out of the fence. So hopefully that, here we go. Look at this, back on them. I was scared for a second. I thought we had lost them. Look at this, all single file, all unison. You can see here's the track. You can see the definitive 3 back pads, definitive of cats, of course. If it were a wild dog or a hyena, it would have 2. And this back pad here would be more at a 45-degree angle with the claws being there still. But you can see there's quite a lot of lion tracks here, all headed in one way, which still is towards the fence line. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to head straight for the fence line. I think that's our best plan of action. And my bet, I'm just going to take my first layer off. It is quite amazing temperature this morning. It's not absolutely bonkersly freezing, which is awesome. So just give me 1 second. I do apologize, everyone. I think it's also the nerves of being on a YouTube for the first time in a very, very, very long time. But that won't stop me from finding all the goodies. I know Gareth put a lot of pressure on me yesterday. I literally asked him in FC to tell everyone to take it easy on me, and he was like, yeah, Andrew's going to find you all the leopards, all the lions, all of the above. And I had a word with Gareth last night. I told him, thanks for the boost of confidence, aka make me stress more. But it's okay, we're hot on the lion's tail, so you know, if we do find them, we can tell Gareth that it was a success. But I'm also hoping for some giraffe, some zebra, some wildebeest, and we got really lucky the other day and actually came across a little steenbok, which we don't get to see too much of. So Carol, Mary, I'm going to say it again, hopefully we're going to find a steenbok. That'd be pretty remarkable. So we're just going to continue towards the fence line. He's grinning ear to ear. How are the wild dogs doing? Elsa? Good morning, Connie. How are you doing? Great to have you with us. Good to be in front of the camera with you once again. Elsa, great question. How are the dogs doing? Now, I'm sure all of you watched the live stream, or hopefully did, but we created, or attempted to create, a new pack of wild dogs the other day, last Friday. And wow, what a privilege and such an experience to be a part of, you know. Getting to witness that specific rubbing, bonding technique. It's out of this world that you physically rub the dogs together to make them kind of think, hey, you smell like me, I smell like you, we must be friends, you know. It's incredible, and it's looking good. I don't want to say it is good or it is bad, because next thing something happens, but so far the male and the females have had no squabbles. On the carcass yesterday when Jakes and I fed them, you know, the females were the first to the carcass, the male hung back a bit. I found a lion, look at that. Hello, you beautiful cats. Oh, Basil, get in, we did it. Look at this, folks, we've got some lions, some fat lions this morning. Oh, and you didn't even have to make me go to the fence line. Sorry, girls. Sorry, girls. How many do we have here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 5 lionesses already. That is absolutely phenomenal. And one thing that never fails to honestly impress me is the sheer beauty of these beautiful big cats. I mean, the size and just, you know, the condition that our lionesses are in are just remarkable. I mean, look at those eyes glancing back. You see that in the bush in the middle of the night. I promise you, you'll think twice about taking your next step. But they seem to all be yawning. They're starting to yawn quite continuously, which often indicates they're going to get up and move. So I think for now, we're going to sit with them for a bit. I'm going to call it in just now. Just spend a minute or two with these lovely cats. But wow, what a start, everyone. This is...
Good morning, Andre.
Could not have asked for a better way to start. We did it. And Basil's got these lovely 2 lionesses in front of us. The other 2 are just to the left, but I can't see the fifth one. Oh, big yawns coming from the pride here. Surely they'll get up and move shortly. I'm hoping so. Look at this. They're all going bonanzas in terms of yawning. Oh, thank you, Carol. Appreciate it. Thank you, Connie. It was a trial to see whether we could do it again, but the lions actually played ball with me for once. They worked with me instead of against me, because remember, Andrew's used to tracking lions that can fly. So I'm just really chuffed we managed to find them. That's crazy. Oh, Mary, of course. Sorry about that. I got a bit distracted by said big cats. But going back to the wild dogs, everyone. So the females were first on the carcass. Where are you going, madam? The females were first on the carcass, and the male was a bit hesitant at first, but then came running in, and all three of them ate the carcass together, sharing it. No squabbles, no fighting. Oh, some sisterly love. No fighting, no nothing. So it's looking very promising. The dogs are looking very promising. We're going to go check on them a bit later. I thought we'd start here because we were on this side of the reserve originally anyway. So I thought we'd start with the lions and then we'll make our way to the dogs. And I'm glad we did, but we definitely don't stress, everyone. We will definitely go past the dogs and have a look and see how they're all doing. Now, where are you going, madam? Are you going to go back the way you came? Oh, nice stretch. Nice stretch. And now I just need to open... Oh, she's going to walk right past the car. Right past the car. Hello, you beautiful, beautiful lion. Oh, Basil, don't move. Don't move. There you go. Isn't that just extraordinary? That thing was less than a meter from Basil there. That's incredible, eh? Sure, these lions are so... They see you, but you don't exist. They just walk right past you. But when they look at you, you feel like they're looking through you. Is she going off into the bush? Aha, I see. I just want to quickly get Google Maps out, everybody. I will look at the YouTube comments in a second. It looks like they're going to get mobile. Like we called, though. Like we were expecting them to. I just need to know the right name to call them in on. Come on, Google Earth, work. For once, please. It says we had haste. That's not right. Oh wait, here we are. Here we are. Now it's working. Yeah, stations. I have 4 of the 5 out of the Pride on Lemendurang Ves, 150 meters east of the fence line. 2 of them have just moved south into the block. The other 2 are still stationary in the road for now. I'll follow them when they get up on the move. I hope someone copied that. It sounded like a double. Oh, there's the 5th lioness there. At the far, far, far end?
That's the same one.
Are you sure?
Copy.
Looked like the 1st. Where's the one that was here? Oh, she's gonna go plonk down over there. Well, this is just quite remarkable. What a way to start a Tuesday morning, everybody. we'll get to look for the dogs. Liz, we definitely will. We'll hopefully get an eye on them as well. They are still obviously a bit nervous around vehicles again, just because of all the pandemonium and stress. I'm shame they went through a bit of a stressful time that day with all the darting and, you know, people being in the boma, scents flying around. There's a bit of chaos, so they're doing fine though. They're okay. Now, I still only see 4, so I wonder where the 5th one went. Because I know the other day they were split up again with 4 lions, and then... Oh, she's there now. I'm just keeping a close eye on this lioness that went behind us, because I cannot tell you how many times I've been staring at lions in front of me and one's walked right past me without me knowing that it was there. And I have definitely a few times needed to change shorts after that, because boy, do they catch you off guard, and when they do, you scrook a bit. Now, one thing that really stands out while it's still kind of dark as it is now is those black markings behind the ears and the black tip of the tail, of course, which are those follow me signs, especially for when they have cubbies walking through the long grass. They can find one another, and they can also follow one another with those follow me signs, hence the name. And those white lines under the eyes.
Sandy on Blowbank, letter station number 1.
Those white lines are called the tapetum lucilium, and it's basically white strands of fur under the eye that reflect the moonlight into their cornea. And because lions have a bunch more rods and cones than us humans do, their vision at night is almost 8 times as good as ours. So you can imagine they can pretty much see perfectly at night, whereas we would be very, very vulnerable at night walking around with said cats about. Now, they were at Lemon Crip yesterday afternoon, so I thought I was going to get woken up to lions in camp this morning, secretly hoping that it would, but, you know, no, they made me work for it, and it was worth it. I enjoyed it. But they're still very, very full. I really want to know what they devoured last night. Must have been something big like a wildebeest or a zebra or something. Couldn't have been an impala, I'll tell you that for sure. But I wonder if they could potentially have been stolen by the males as well. I know Gareth went searching for the carcass yesterday and couldn't see anything. But, yeah. Strange. I wonder where it is. It's probably somewhere deep in a thick block that we probably wouldn't be able to get to anyway. Because they make use of these riverbeds and drainage lines and thick rocky outcrop areas, especially for giraffe. You know, if they make a giraffe run enough, especially in those open sodic areas or a very rocky outcrop, a giraffe's legs are very long but very brittle, so if it takes one wrong step, you know, it can unfortunately break a leg. But these lions use that to their advantage in terms of hunting, and it just boosts their risk of success, if you will. I'm just going to keep quiet for a second, just so you folks can actually just listen to what we're listening to, besides Andrew's beautiful voice, of course. Just for 1 second though.
Did you call in the sighting?
How incredible is that? Not a single noise. No bird. No bees. No lions roaring. Just peace and tranquility. What a start. So I'm just quickly going to check with Sandy and see if she's on the way to these lions, because then we'll just wait for her to get here, just in case they do get up on the move and head into this block, because relocating them once they head south into this block is going to be nightmarish. It is so thick, it's so rocky, you physically can't off-road, it's just impenetrable, which is, you know, sometimes the block just doesn't allow you to. Sandy for Andrew.
Standing by.
Sandy, are you going to make your way to the Pride here?
Negative, Andrew. I'm heading towards Blue Wildebeest. I'm going to try and follow up on the eastern fence line for cheetah and things.
Okay, copy that. Are there any stations making their way to the lions?
Yeah, affirmative, but I'm still far from that side. I'm still on fire. Just I'm going out to go back.
Yeah, I'm not waiting for you. Sorry, sir. Okay, copy that. I'm going to leave them open lock. Oh.
Okay, copy. They are on the western fence, north or south.
So they're on Lemon during Veth, 150 meters east of the fence line.
Okay, copy that.
Sandy, I had the cheetah female with a cub at the airstrip last night after dark, quite close to Boss Cup.
Sorry everyone, just listening to these updates here.
In the long grass there.
Sounds like Kevin actually managed to find the cheetah cub, the older cheetah cub and mom yesterday. So that could be potentially something we can go looking for as well. That's very exciting. So I think what we'll do is we'll spend another 2 minutes or so with these beautiful lionesses, and then we'll go see what else we can find. But what a start. Sure, they are impressive cats, eh? The condition these lions are in is just, it's undescribable how well maintained these lions are. Barely any ticks on them, super fat, coats look really well maintained. Biggest paws I've ever seen, that's for sure. I mean, just look at the size of those paws. They are ridiculous. Look at that. That's like a dinner plate. That is absolutely incredible. Look at the size. And there you can see those retractable claws. Obviously they're not being out at the moment to preserve their sharpness. Incredible though. Now, not all cats have, oh, there's a piece of, you can see a drop of blood there on the back of her neck. So either those are puncture wounds from getting into a squabble with her sister, one of them at least, or, yeah, it looks like a little bit of a puncture wound. Oh, she's got a bit of a limp. Wonder what happened to her. Alrighty, well, I think that's our cue that they... Huh? At the back there? That's the one I pointed out earlier and you said it wasn't.
No, it's gonna come out now.
Oh, there, I see her tail. Good spot, Basil. Good spot. And there's the 5th. So we do have all 5 members of the Pride here. Oh, go there, go there. Oh, sorry, they were playing, giving each other sisterly love, playing over there. Yeah, Carol agreed. It's very good to hear that Mabaibai is still doing okay and she's still got that one cub. That one cub's looking awfully big now. Alright, well, let's just go look and see. Oh no, she's gonna come to us, never mind. I was about to say, let's go look and see that last lioness is, and then we can make our way. But this repeats is not working. I can't call it in at the moment. Now, if anything, if they keep moving in the direction that they're headed, they might even appear on the Haceput camera, which we've installed at the borehole now. But you can see, look at that one lioness in the back there. You can see she's in really thick stuff already. There's no getting to them in this block, everyone. So, I mean, you know, we got spoilt with the time we had with them. But now it gives us time to go find all sorts of other creepy crawlies and critters. And to, of course, double check on the wild dogs, which is exactly where I think we shall head next. After maybe popping past Kudu Krip. Just try my luck with a spotted death cat while we're winning. At least. Hey girl, you are gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful big cat. Sometimes I really just think to myself how lucky I am and how grateful I am to Brent and Viam and Charles for giving me an opportunity to not only just be a cameraman but to also guide as well. I'm very, very grateful for them and the opportunities, and sometimes it's just such a privilege after a morning like this so far. Like, what more can you ask for? If that doesn't put a smile on your face on a Tuesday morning, first thing in the morning, sure, I don't know what will. Ooh. Thought I just heard the males. Right, let's just see. Lovers, they've just headed south into the block of Mamba Kronkel Pot and Lemondering Ves. They headed south in that block. I've pretty much lost all visual. Alrighty. Woohoo! Lions.
I've got a rhino here on the eastern Lowbank fence line, junction Lowveld of South Africa.
Fabulous. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Me too. Very glad. Ooh, car sounded like it struggled to start there. No need for updates. Ah, and it's crazy. They literally gone just as quickly as we found them. Oh, stop shouting at me, radio. I'll shout back. Well, I mean, it's light enough now that we don't need a spotlight. But you can see it's quite an overcast day today. Got some low-lying clouds, which this morning definitely made it a lot warmer than it was, which we all felt by me taking off a jacket, especially when I'm the one who's normally looking like an Eskimo going skiing. But I feel like when the clouds start to dissipate, it'll actually start getting cooler and cooler because the hot air can finally rise further because it gets trapped by those low-lying clouds. Now, we are going to head to the wonderful and hopefully new pack of wild dogs. But before that, we have to just go past Lemendurant Crip again, and we'll have a quick squiz if anything's come by since we were there. We did go past there just before we started because I wanted to try and get tracking these lines as quickly as possible in case they had gotten up and on the move. So
Again, did you see cheetah last night with either them near Bartabok and Sequoia Dam?
No, I didn't go down that area. Don't recall having time.
But I wonder if we shouldn't go past the airstrip and work to the Boma backwards, and then from the Boma go to Kudu Crip. Because Kevin said he had the cheetah cub and cheetah mother on the airstrip itself. So they could have moved off completely. They might still be in the area. I think it is definitely worth checking it out, considering we also haven't seen them in such a long time. It's been a couple of months now, for me at least. I think the last sighting of Mabai's cub I had was on a mongoose. It was eating a mongoose, the little cub. No, surely it can't be that long. Sure, I can't actually remember the last time I saw Mabai and cub. I saw the new mom and cheetah cubs, the two cubs with Gareth before she lost that second cub. Because both the cheetah females and have one cub each, which is unfortunate, and you know, it is just the way that nature unfortunately goes. Obviously cheetahs being bottom of the predator food chain, being chased off their carcasses by things like vultures, hyenas, lions. There's even a sighting in the Pilansberg quite recently of 3 cheetahs being chased off a kill by 2 crocodiles that actually came up out of the water and stole this kill from them, which is absolutely incredible. I think to witness something like that is, yo, that's extraordinary, eh? Do you know what Carol just said? Looks like Andrew has an ouchie on his thumb. Yes, Andrew's got a big ouchie. I cut myself while I was cooking everyone dinner last night, but I cut it quite deeply, and it wouldn't stop bleeding, so I had to use some insulation tape because, you know, I put 4 plasters on and it was still coming through that, so we just had to stop it from bleeding. But it's okay, still got my thumb, so that's all that matters. Got to look at the positive outcome. Not having a sore thumb, but I have a thumb, which is better than not having a thumb. But yeah, no, I was silly and I was cutting an onion and I sliced towards me instead of away from me, and that was completely my fault. So Andrew made an oopsie, if anything, not an ouchie. Made an oopsie. We have the lovely Viam on FC, if I forgot to mention that. Viam, I apologize. But yeah, you can feel it's starting to cool down now. I can slowly start to feel it without that nice big jacket of mine. But you see, I've still got another 2 jackets on, so we should be okay. Now, they very much did not move far from Lemendurant Crip. As you'll see now, from where we started driving off to Lemendurant Crip, it's It's maybe 500 meters, if that. I'm not sure what that is in miles, or what's the smaller thing of a mile. I'm not sure. I'm only, huh? Yards, that's it. But yeah, I'm not sure at the calculations. My math is not up to scratch. But you can see here now that all these little wet patches on the ground here are from where these lions were lying yesterday, urinating everywhere while they were sitting down, or lying down, if you will. But you can see all these disturbances once again in the sand. You know, you've got one lioness here, maybe there was two there. There's another like two here, prints all over, but lots of urine everywhere. Crazy, crazy. But something really cool, which actually wasn't here when we first came, was this. I don't know if you guys can all make out these two big, large drag marks, if you will. This is a bull rhino that has come through here. Has a leopard come through at all? I don't know. I don't see leopard tracks. I do, however, see white rhino calf tracks, which is pretty cool. Might mean no hope and calf are around. But this over here is from a big bull white rhino. It's pretty cool. Actually, you can still see where his urine sprayed on the soil. It's like hardened, but droplets, if you will. It's kind of hardened, and then obviously he would have just kicked up the sand to spread the scent as far as possible. But it's just so cool. I know we've already found the lions and things, but seeing the lion tracks is just, it always gets you in a good mood. Gets you pumped. Well, for me at least it does. Don't know about everyone else, but I get excited when I see cat tracks. What can I say? Yards and meters are very close to the same length. Oh, thank you, Mary. Okay. Maybe I should just Google it. We should do that quick while we're out and about, because then if I can be as accurate as possible, that's even better for all of us. Yards. Oops. Yards to meters. Look at that. So 1 yard is basically it's just under a meter. It's just under a meter. All right. No, I work in meters, but other people work in yards and miles, so I like to just be able to tell both. Joe was just asking me if I work in yards, and I was just telling him no, I do not. Huh? Yeah, hence why I'm... Oh, there's a little daker that just took off running. Oh, well, thank you, Mary. Oh, 500 meters is 0.31 miles. 10% larger. Yo, everyone's coming in with the facts. This is pretty cool. I'm getting like a speed lesson in conversions. I like this. 500 meters is 0.31 miles. Okay, I see. And then I assume, Mary, you mean it's 10% larger than a yard, a meter. Right, well, we're coming past Kudu Krip as we speak, but that's actually not a bad thing, because it means we can actually come up on the airstrip, have a look, see if we can't see Chisa, Mom and Cub, and then if we're very lucky, we'll get to see them and hopefully get an eye on the wild dogs. And the dogs will definitely go see though. We made it kind of like a pact to just double check on every drive just to make sure that everything's still going swimmingly. Things are all in order. No escapees, if you will. No, I'm kidding. Mainly just to see that the bonding's happening in the correct way and to see that there's no argy-bargies and things are going smoothly. Is that rain? Do I feel... Yo, for a second I thought I felt a raindrop. It's weird. The other day it was misraining. Well, let's hope it doesn't rain. That might be a dampener on the morning. No, it won't be. We'll just go past the wild dogs and then find a leopard and find some black rhino and some white rhino, and it'll be all worth it. But this area we're in now, this is Lemmerdoring Oos, but it cuts down to Kudu Krip and Kudu Partsate. This block on our right here has got some very active signs of black rhino being in the area as well. I know we've seen one of the black rhino bulls in here quite a few times. And you can see why. It's very thick, covered with sickle bush, a black rhino's favorite. They love the pods and the leaves of the sickle bush. And you know, if you got, because sickle bush is an encroachment species, if you've got a bunch of them on your farm, all you need instead of hiring a tractor is just hiring a black rhino. He'll come eat all the sickle bush for you. And then if you need your grass, if you need your lawn mowed, you just bring in a white rhino and he'll come clean that up nicely for you. Now, something very exciting, and it was crazy to see the time that this happened, but on Haceput, the new camera that's just been put up at the borehole, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. So the most amazing thing was captured at 7 o'clock at night on it the other day. It actually managed to capture footage of an aardvark, which is pretty fascinating. You know, getting to see one just on the trap camera alone is, you know, it's just amazing to know they're out there, and the possibility that we could come across one running in front of our vehicle is there. So, you know, it's just time and luck, I suppose. Obviously, going out later in the night improves your chances, of course. There's the slip road. Let's try this way for once. So that way we can see what's coming to and what's running off from us entering in here. Love this little water hole. There's always so much activity here, even if there's nothing here. It's always cool to see what's coming out. Black rhino often come here, leopard often come here. This is where they captured 2 leopards mating. Phenomenal. That must be so cool to capture on a trap cam. Now, one thing I would really like to see this morning as well is the elephants. I haven't seen the elephants in so long on a live drive. I saw them the other day while taking Joe out on a bumble, getting him used to the camera, but I haven't had them on a live drive in ages. Nothing too fresh here. Come on, car. Alrighty, so from here, like I said, what my plan is going to be is to go up towards the airstrip just do a double recce quick, see if we can't find that cheetah mother and cub, and hopefully that would be a real treat if we could. Oh, thank you, Elsa. Appreciate that. We've definitely been working on it for sure. I wish I could. Oh, don't text and drive, folks. Yo. Car wanted to go right. I wanted to go straight. I appreciate that. Thank you. I wish I could go out every day and practice the track. It's like this morning, I found a hyena track walking up to the house this morning to set up for drive. And I was like, wow, that's cool. So I don't know if there was a hyena on one of the live cameras last night, but saw hyena tracks. So you never know. I'm slowly feeling raindrops, believe it or not, everyone. That's not good. It's often, there's 1 or 2 days every winter that we have maybe a drizzle of mist rain, but it's nothing train smashing. If anything, it's nice and refreshing and waking me up. It's like having a shower on the go. Now, I can see just here a white rhino has continued up this road, so might get lucky bumping into one of those. Now, going back to the lions chasing giraffes, this is that type of terrain, what I meant by the open sodic areas. You can see there's lots of dips and dongas and gullies, so if a giraffe falls into that, you know, it'll easily tumble over, and the lions can capture it quite quickly. So they do use that to their advantage. And it's amazing, in some reserves, lions have even become so accustomed to the electric fences that they actually chase prey into the fence. Now, it's sad, but you know, the lions have to eat as well. But I find it crazy how intelligent animals are. Hey? A lot of people think, oh, animals are so dumb. We keep getting shown up multiple occasions that they are a lot smarter than people do think. And for me, one thing I never will ever do is underestimate an animal, no matter how big or small. I mean, take a duiker, for example, versus a lion. A lion, you know, is very intelligent when it comes to hunting, but when it comes to evading being hunted, a duiker is pretty good at jumping away. And a duiker actually gets its name, directly translated in English, means diver. Duiker, diver. And it's because of the way that it jumps. When it jumps, it like hops as if it's a diver diving off a diving board. Hence the name duiker. Very, very ominous weather this morning though. You can barely make out the mountain as well. And it is now getting chilly, folks. Now it is getting a bit frosty. We lost you between you wish you could practice more and found hyena tracks. Oh, sorry about that, Mary. I will repeat that. So, yeah, being able to track every day, it's all about practice, practice, practice. So I wish I could. But what I was saying is, you know, if the live camp cam was turned towards where you walk to and from the house, you'd see me often there just looking at the floor, walking down instead of looking around, looking down at the floor, seeing what tracks are there. And then I said that even this morning, as I was walking up, I spotted a hyena track as I was coming up. So I don't know if there was one on the live cam last night at camp cam or critter cam or anything like that, but I saw a hyena track, so one definitely came through camp last night. I just don't know if there's video proof or not. I'll take a photo of the track if it's still there when I get home and post it on the den site. Just for proof. Just for proof. Rhino continued down here as well. Sure, he went on walkabout last night or early this morning. I'm just thinking back to a phenomenal sighting when our last intern Sierra was here. Matt, myself and her were out filming lions, and out of nowhere we heard a big, and we turned to our left, and as the sun was setting there were these two massive rhino bulls just going at one another, kicking up dust, creating that, you know, that yellow haze at sunset, golden hour, but these rhinos were full on going at it. It was remarkable. And to think they were doing that without us even realizing it for a second was even more funny. Just knowing that they'd been doing that probably for a while before we even arrived watching the lions was like a, sure, we should pay more attention kind of thing. But this cycle since I've been back, it's been semi-quiet with rhino, or for me at least. I don't know about Gareth and Brent's luck, but I haven't had much luck with rhino since I've been back. I don't know if they have taken a bit of a holiday, gone into the thicker foliage with the cold. There's two impala tracks over one another, so it looked like three little lobes, like three little sausage imprints. I thought it was an aardvark track for a second. I was going to stop and show you guys that. Just confirm it's not though. No, it's definitely not. Definitely impala. Always good, like I mentioned whilst we were originally tracking the lions, always good to check every intersection just to see that nothing may have come past, you know. An intersection is a good place to check for tracks because it's where two straight lines meet essentially, and we know animals use the path of least resistance, so it's always a good bet to check. This mist rain must go away. Come again another day. Right, here we are, folks, the airstrip. Now, we're just going to drive to the north end of the airstrip. Just have a quick squiz, see if we can't see Cheetah Mom and Cub at all. And then we shall head to the infamous wild dogs. Go see how they're getting along. Now with the wild dogs, what I personally like to do, and I think Gareth agreed with me as well, is once we've got eyes on them and once Basil's shown you them on the camera, we don't want to stay there too long. We want to kind of keep our distance. We don't want to freak them out more, so we won't be staying too long at the dogs. We just want to make sure they're doing okay, get an eye on them, count all three are there, they're not fighting, and then we kind of just pull out of the situation a bit. And that's just not to stress the animal out any more than it needs to be. It's be getting frosty now. That's for sure. Now, a black-backed jackal was seen on the eastern fence line yesterday, which is pretty cool. I think the last jackal I saw was when we were doing the rhino trimmings on Rietspruit before the big Atherstone project. What's it called? I think that's the last time we saw a black-backed jackal. The chopper was herding the one rhino and ended up flushing out a jackal onto the road in front of us, which was phenomenal because we haven't seen one in so long. I mean, we used to see them on the airstrip here actually quite a bit. That was last year, like August though. August, September. After that, haven't really seen them much. Alright, I'm not seeing any tracks or any cheetah, but what I want to do is, I know there's a road that loops around here. Maybe we need a boma cam so we don't have to disturb the dogs, but that's not a bad idea, Liz. It's not a bad idea at all. It's just, you know, the time to set that up, the amount of manpower, you know, you're going to have people drilling, you're going to have people putting up cables and stuff. So that whole process of putting the actual camera up is probably going to stress them out as much as they possibly can get stressed out as well. But I definitely think for the next time we put an animal in, we should put up a camera beforehand. That's definitely not a bad suggestion. Now, just need to double check. There's so many 2-tracks here that always confuse me. Right, so we are going here, and then we are going to be taking a right, apparently. So says Google Maps. Sorry, car. I love these 2 tracks though. This is where you really feel like one with the bush, totally submerged. You never know what's coming around the corner now. It feels a bit more in the bush, if you will. And then we are going to go right here. Looks like this runs along a bit.
Number 20 on Broad.
Oh, that radio gave me a fright of note. So I was right, there was a bit of a drainage line here. Often a good place to check for lead.
Did you say that rhino or did you say Eddie? So I didn't catch the animal.
Yeah, the same rhino.
Right. Thought they just found the elephants. Almost got super excited.
Our collared bull elephant is on the southern fence line near that rhino pan and heading from east to west.
Aha! We might get to see an elephant this morning, folks. So I'll tell you what, let's go hit this boma, check on our doggies, see that they're behaving. quickly though, because I know I said something about hyena tracks back at Lemondura Crip. Basil, can you get any of those tracks?
Yeah.
Right. Just tell me which one you can get so I can work on that one for you to make your life easy. Which is the... Which one? That one? All right. Pretty cool. So as you can see, we've got some hyena tracks here, folks. And the main reason I can tell it's hyena is the back lobe, it only has 2 lobes, and this little kidney-shaped toe, kidney bean-shaped toe. But you can see there's kind of this angle, like a 45-degree angle to the back pad. It's like sloped, slanted, if you will. That's the general rule. Like if you go to this one here, this would be the left foot now. That's the right foot. This is the left foot here. You can see the 45-degree angle comes down this way now. And it works on both sides. Now this looks like a spotted hyena. The back feet and front feet look... The back feet look smaller, but not too much smaller. If it was a brown hyena, the tracks, the front feet would be a lot larger than the back feet, and by quite a substantial difference. So that's a very good way you can tell the difference between the two hyenas. But it is quite tricky if you don't know exactly what you're looking for. It can get quite confusing at times. Right, and then we're gonna go just right up here. And then I think we're on Riversdale Bight, which is the road we want to be on. Comes out there next to the Boma. Going down the roads. Alrighty. So Birdman just reported that our elephant bull, who is currently on the on the other side of the fence, on the BCC side of the reserve, is currently moving east to west along the southern fence line. So we're gonna go after the dogs, see if we can see him. Maybe he's wanting to return back onto the Rietspruit. But in terms of him going over, he had now chased their dominant bull onto our reserve. So we've got one of theirs and they've got one of ours. Fair trade. But I think our big boy wants to slowly start making his way back this side of the reserve. Seems to be clearing up. Oh, there's a very dark, ominous cloud behind us there. That doesn't look friendly. It's okay, it's behind us though. Just reopen YouTube. I don't know why, sometimes time's out, if you will. Open. Come on, YouTube. There we go. Alrighty. Should be coming up shortly to Boskamp, which is right there by the Boma. Should be around the next bend, a couple of 100 meters further. Temperature is slowly starting to drop though. How brave are you, sir? Wow. Oh, he was brave for a second. Little fork-tailed dronga. Pretty brave. Stood very still till the very last second.
I've also got audio of our jumbo in off the fence line, opposite where that male bull is controlled.
Aha! I know where our herd of Ellies is. So apparently, it sounds like our herd is pretty much with our elephant bull along the fence, but just in the thicket.
Making my way there.
Yeah, no problem.
Excuse me. One thing about this reserve that never ceases to amaze me is how beautiful this place is and how the terrain is forever changing. I mean, you've got these amazing riverbeds, pristine riverbed forest, amazing scrub woodland, you know, open grassland, especially on Hoofpad as well. It's phenomenal, truly remarkable. Now, I wonder where that cheetah cub and mother would have ended up going towards. Don't know if they would have headed back towards Leadwood, or if they might have even continued down Hoofpad. So this is Hoofpad. Bos comes to our right here now. How's it, guys? Just let the Blowbunk staff come through. Get to work on time. Nothing there. Now, after we've left the Boma as well, this road coming up, Hoofpad, often a very good area for finding things like giraffe, zebra, occasionally wildebeest as well. And back in the days where we used to find the eland quite a bit. Now, I don't know where our elands are. I don't know if they are on Kaya. I don't know if they are on Leadwood. I have absolutely no idea. But that's amazing. Is that the cheetah? Oh my gosh, it is. Sorry everyone, just give me a second. Like backtracking here. Don't want to stay here too long. I can hear voices in Boskamp. And it's hyena tracks. They just had been driven over on the one side, so it was very hard to tell. Although with the cheetah track, the back pad is severely it's almost like a lion or a leopard has been squished, and it's like vertical. And that's quite a good way you can indicate that it is a cheetah. It looks like a squished leopard paw. And it's got, above the toes, it's got little dots in the sand as well, in front of the toes, because of those semi-retractable claws. Interesting. All right, everybody, the time has come, what you've all been waiting for. The boma is around the corner. Right. I keep seeing these little paw prints, and it's genet tracks, I mean civet tracks, but they keep thinking, oh, just the off chance it might be a leopard. And that one was impala, it wasn't even a paw. Come on, Andrew. Alrighty, so here's Hoofpad, everyone. And I can see 2 vultures. Oh, I can see more than 2 vultures. I can see 3 vultures. 4 vultures. Now they're probably roosting from last night, trying to pick the scraps left over on the carcass that we gave the dogs yesterday. Oh my gosh, there's lion tracks here. Male lion tracks here as well. It's crazy. They come past the boma. Oh wow, look at all those vultures up there. That's a lot of vultures. See a vulture there. Alrighty. So I'm just going to keep my voice to a minimal, just while we loop around. I'm going to just keep quiet while What? Yeah. I'm also just not going, I'm trying to go as slowly as possible just to make sure we don't miss anything. But also just so I can keep an eye on the bottom of the fence and make sure there's no fresh dig sites or any attempts at escape as well. Lots of vultures in that tree though. I agree with you, Mary. That foreign bull must get out of here and our bull must come back. I thoroughly agree. I do miss our big boy. I think out of all our elephants, he listened to me the most and gave me the least grief. I miss that big guy. I miss the Ellies too, though, I won't lie. I do miss them. But we'll hopefully get to see them shortly. It is also quite cold though, so they might have gone to the center of the boma to try and get out of the wind a bit. Oh, speaking of the divers. Oh, never mind. There were 2 Deka there. There. Ah, there you go. You can see one running off there in the distance. Nice job, Basil. Just managed to catch him in time. He nearly gave us the slip, eh? Just like those hippos with you the other day. The other day, Basil was trying to film the hippo, and every time he managed to get focus on the hippo, it would duck down, and then he'd try to suss out where it's going to pop up. and then he would focus and it would duck down. Good times. I see a dog. I see a dog. I see 2 dogs. I see 3 dogs. This is incredible, everyone. Stop here, Basil. Can you get through there? Reverse.
Yeah.
Look at this, everyone. All the dogs are together. This is exactly what we want to see.
6 of male lions on Hoofpad, south of the Boma.
That's incredible. Now the 3rd dog is just behind that one tree there. You can see the 2 dogs there that have just turned their heads. The 3rd, there's the snout in front of the tree there. That's incredible. They're doing so well. This is fantastic. So good to see them all together, cooperating with one another. You know, yesterday on the carcass they were very well behaved in terms of there was no squabbling. They basically just ate normal, like a pack would, if you will. Yeah, no, this is pretty much what we want to see. I think another couple of weeks of this, and hopefully this pack will be running about shortly in no time. I can't wait for the day we get to go out and instead of track lions or track wild dogs. That's going to be insane. That's going to be a truly good day. The day we get to open those 2 gates and let them run about. I do apologize if you can hear growling. It's not a lion. It's just my tummy. It's speaking to me. Oh wow, yeah, so that dog that was just in frame, that's the male. And the female. Where did the females go? The ones here on the left. That's the one. Yeah, I only see the one as well. Alright. Yeah, Mary does it. He's got a little, just tiny tear in his ear there. I think it's his top left ear, if I'm not mistaken. But guys, that's phenomenal. That's exactly what we want to see. So we've seen what we need to see. I hope you guys all saw all 3 of the dogs together. But, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time here. We've also got instructions from Cole to just keep our distance as well. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Thought I just heard a cuckoo bird. I think I'm losing my mind. So the male's with the one female here, and the other female's here, but the other female's moving back to the female. So it's looking promising. Here, they're right in front of us here, so I don't want to move fast at all, but I don't want to spook them either. We're not going to stop here, everyone. We're going to keep going. But look at that. That's just incredible. Bye, darlings. See you later. It's incredible, eh? Epic to see that. Sorry, Basil. You okay? Okay. Accidentally just drove my cameraman into a tree. Now, I think these vultures were here yesterday when Jakes and I left, but they ended up roosting the night, and I think it's just the cold that's kept them here. I doubt there's anything left on that carcass after what those dogs did to it. They looked like they were pretty hungry. But that's amazing, eh? Good to see the dogs behaving accordingly. Can't make out a lot of what you're saying when you whisper. Sorry, Carol. Apologies. Apologies. I was just whispering that it's good to see this behavior. This is exactly what we want to see. But I don't want to stay here too long, and I just know I have an excessively loud voice, so that's why I was whispering. I do apologize if you couldn't hear me. Is that a bird? Is that an eagle? Or is that a vulture as well? No, it's a vulture as well. Brown hooded vulture. Is it? Basil, just zoom in on that, please. It's a tawny eagle. Look at that, everyone. Distinct yellow bill, big brown build. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome to see her. Don't get to see them every day. Always nice when we get to see a bird of prey. They are beautiful, beautiful birds. He's looking for his next meal. He's probably hanging around with the vultures in hopes of picking up scraps of that carcass as well. But I don't think...
Batman, come in.
Standing by.
Morning, Batman. I'm responding in that Lowveld. Near the southern fence line, close to Rhino Pen.
I still hear static. You can hear the females, the block on the other side.
Alrighty, everyone.
Copy that, sir. I'll be there inside.
That's good to see. It's very good to see. Alright, now just need to see if we can get to where these ellies are in time, because they're in the far eastern corner, and don't know exactly if we'll make it there in time or not. But we can try. We can try. Oh, righty. Oh, we don't need an indicator in the bush. It's a bit unnecessary. I wonder where our male lions are. They must be hanging somewhere near Hace. Between Hace and Beerstip somewhere, I would put my money on it. I think they're slowly looking for the females, because Sammy had tracks headed south of the Burma, which is basically towards Hace. Pretty much the opposite direction to which we're headed now. We are now currently headed towards the southern fence line, but quite far east along the southern fence line, that is. So this is Boma Pot, which means Boma Road. And this should basically take us pretty much to the fence line where we need to be. Hopefully. If I've got my bearings 100%. Oh, and Mary, Carol, or anyone who watches Criticam, does it look a bit better in terms of straightness? Because I added an extra cable tie to it, just to keep it a bit more upright. So just let me know if it looks any better. I did also give the lens a wipe. I'll redo it today again. But just let me know if the angle's a bit better at least. Really starting to feel the the cold in the hands now, that's for sure. There's old feeding signs of Ellies in the road here. This has been such an amazing morning, so productive and just filled with good news as well. I mean, the good news about the lions is we tracked and found them. Good news about the dogs. Oh, now, before I carry on with what I was saying, was it left or right? No, not Google, man. Come on, Google Earth, graft for me. I'm not in the middle of a block, surely not. Oh, righty, I think this is the right one. I was pretty sure it was this one. I just wanted to make 1000% sure. Now, apparently that used to be an old 2-track, but it seems to have been closed off since. Going back to the good news and productivity, this morning just seems to be going well.
Station 3 Rhino on Cape Build, close to the junction with Cape South.
Good to know that the doggos are doing well. I think if all goes well, I think it'll be max a couple of weeks. Oh, some Inyala. Can you get a, there's a female Inyala. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. With that pilo erection, they look a lot darker, making those white striped markings a lot more vibrant and visible. I don't know if you noticed, the coat was a bit more red and dark than usual. Or they seem to have moved off into the thicket. It's incredible. That's a nice treat, little Inyala. Alright, and then slowly should be coming up to Inyala Ruta now. Perfect, I'm glad it's looking better. I will give the lens another wipe this morning, but I'm glad the angle's looking a lot better. I did add 1 or 2 cable ties just to keep it at bay, but just if it ever tips over or anything, just let me know and I'll go fix that as well. Right, so here's a riverbed, but we're on Inyala Ruta now, which is where we want to be. Sammy for Andrew. How many stations are with you on the fence line there?
There's 3, yeah.
Can I take a standby?
I'll make your way.
Copy, thanks. I'm 5 minutes out.
Okay, good.
Alrighty, so it seems to be quite a busy sighting. Oh, was that a tree in the road? No, we're good, we're good. It's just to the left of the road. Some lovely trees this side of the world there. Lots of weeping boer beans, giant tambutis and yalla berries, jackalberries, all along the big river. That didn't sound good. We picked up a friend. Silly elephants leaving their food in the road. You'd think they'd be more courteous of the other animals using the roads to walk along. Meanwhile, it was so secretly mean for us to drive them. But all right, Sammy, I'm coming up in Yala Route. I don't know if he... Oh well. He said I could make my way. I'm going to make my way. Who knows, maybe we even get a sneaky glimpse of the elephants this side. Our herd, who Birdman reported he can hear feeding, but just can't see any of them. So maybe we might get lucky this side. Ooh, another big rock, and get a glimpse of them from this side. I'm gonna go. Why are you completely alone? There's a single impala here. Oh, she's just... Oh, okay, you're not alone. It's better. So that's odd. Never normally a single impala unless it's just been chased by a predator and split up from the herd. Or what tends to happen is if a pack of wild dogs is chasing them as well. Oh, speak of the ellies, look at this. Located the elephant herd on a Nyala route 200 meters west of the fence line. This is incredible, everyone. Let's just get a bit. There we go. You good there, Basil? Sure, it's all happening today, isn't it? Ellies, lions, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the new bull at the back there. Looks like him. Looks like him. He is quite big as well. He's trying to steal all our bull's ladies. Liz, I'm not sure. I don't think we lost the feed. The feed's still alive, I think. It should be. I hope it is, because, I mean, we're staring at some beautiful elephants here. Oh, thank you, Carol, for confirming. So we are still alive. Stunning, stunning, stunning. You can see this one to the right of us here isn't doing much. She's not even eating. She's basically just side-eyeing us. Hello, madam. I'm sorry. I was speaking about you, not to you. You are a beautiful, beautiful elephant. Oh, all right. They are coming to cross the road, so we're gonna just give them a bit of space. Thank you. Look at that. I'm gonna cross right in front of us. On the move they go. And not shortly after, I'm sure that bull's going to follow. I'm keen to see him when he crosses the road. Also excited to get a glimpse of Cheeky Chops again. Where are you, Cheeky Chops? I didn't actually see Cheeky Chops. I agree, Barbara. Yes, Deneen, he does look quite happy and looks like he wants to stay put. I don't know how long he will be staying here. I don't know what the plans for him are. I'm sure once our bull comes back, he'll be chased back next door. Oh, so cool to see the Ellies again. I've missed you guys. Now they've all gone into thick bush that I cannot follow them through once again. But it looks like the big bull's still here. Just always keeping an eye on me here. He's got a decent set of tusks on him, I'll tell you that. Don't know how's that for you, Basil. That's the best we're gonna get. He is quite a decent size. He's big, eh?
Responding to the rhinos on Teston Bull, coming to Sandy.
Standing by.
Oh, the Ellie's moving through behind us here.
Coming up distance north, but sure I will be 2 minutes in there.
Stations, the herd are now moving south into the block 200 meters west of Inyalaruta. I don't think that made sense actually. Did it? Yeah. Okay. But it's still early in my brain. Sometimes it takes a while to unfreeze from its sleep mode. Call it a glitch in the system, if you will. Is he coming this way yet?
Not yet.
Okay, just tell me when he is. No, he's still okay for now. This is incredible. So nice to see them. Yeah. Yeah. We're moving, don't you stress, big boy. You are a decent sized elephant. Get some huge Ellies in Kruger. But he is a decent sized elephant. Just gonna see how he behaves. I actually haven't encountered this elephant yet. But you can see we've given him quite some distance between him and I. Always good to clear a path for the animals so they don't feel trapped. Now we get to follow an elephant bum. Bum of the day. Pretty cool. Now you can see he's gonna go. Ooh. What we'll do, just get Basil a gap here and then switch off right here. You can see he's trailing the herd. how quickly they did. Deneen, it's actually ridiculous how quickly they vanish. You can just make out one in the thicket to the right of me, but it's unbelievable. And I tell you, at night, an elephant can pop out of the bush like nothing. Like a jack in the box. 1 minute it's there, 1 minute it's not. It's crazy. And they do it so frequently. And so silently, exactly. I wonder what Andrew would be like if he met Ezulweni. Carol, you know, I might have a heart attack and then smile. I've seen clips of Kaya with Ezulweni next to him. And to say I wouldn't mind being like that with an elephant like that, I would definitely be a bit more like aware of what's going on, and I'd be a bit more nervous because he's huge. But I mean, you know, it should still go okay. We hope. Now this bull, I hope it's moved off into the drainage. I can't see him. But next thing we don't want is an angry bull running through the bush at us. It's not the dream. Don't feel it. What? Oh, I don't know. He ran into the bush. It's a good thing for us, sir. Yeah, that's what Carol and the ladies are saying as well. They vanish like nothing. Well, that was amazing. Short and sweet. Haley's treated us there. Didn't give us any grief. That was super pleasant. Yeah, stations, the herd's moved south into the block now. I've lost visual, leaving it an open lock. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love the opportunity to be up close and personal with Ezulweni, Carol. I actually really would. You know, these are like once in a lifetime experiences. Well, not necessarily, but like, you never know when you're gonna get to be with an elephant that big again. So I would take the opportunity if I could get the opportunity to. That would be quite amazing. Yo, Dacre took out of there like nothing. And you can see the elephants were on the fence line and have moved down because there's signs of feeding and broken branches and bark lying everywhere along the road. And let's go see if we can't get an eye on our big boy. Big bumps in the road. Birdman said,
Sorry, confirm I came all the way to north, now I'm on
there's our bull. Look at that.
I didn't see you.
Now you must come all the way south of the trip until you get to Seskantville, and then turn left into Seskantville. You've got one runnable visual actually from Seskantville. So you'll see this one, but if you turn left onto Seskantville, the other two are lying down. Actually, they're sleeping now, not far from the junction.
Okay, copy that. So from this contact, go south, and then I'll be turning left.
Yeah, turn first left into Seskantville.
Copy that. Thank you so much.
Birdman, can I join you there with the elephant bull on the fence line? Birdman for Andrew.
Very fine.
Yeah, I'd like to make my way to that elephant sighting with you, if I can.
I've got your visual.
Copy. Well, then answer the radio. Which would help. So I know I can approach. I keep forgetting that I've got tape on this thumb, so I can't slide my phone screen up and down. So I can't see what everybody's saying on the YouTubes. Lions, dogs and Ellies. Oh, Liz, anytime. Such a pleasure. I couldn't have asked for a better first YouTube drive, that's for sure. It's been an amazing, amazing morning. We'll try and just get a glimpse of our big bull before he goes. There he is. I think this is the best view we're gonna get, Basil. Slowly moving off. Oh, he's definitely bigger than that other bull. And off he goes into the thicket. In the thick of it. Alrighty, everyone. Let's make way. Out. Thanks, Birdman. How long has he been that side now? How long has he been that side now? Oh, is it?
No, it's only our other pool. That's why he's been there shortly after the last time he came back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's why we haven't found that.
Hectic.
He's in much now. So he's obviously going to
Chasing the ladies. Yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah, I've been hearing the order. He's been tracking them all the way from the corner this morning.
That's
Coming this way opposite the female.
that's ridiculous, eh?
No, you say they've gone this way.
Yeah, they've just gone into the block.
He's obviously picking up audio and stuff.
Yeah. That's crazy, hey? Oh, well, thank you, sir. Have a great morning. Have you found the males at all?
Sammy and them are going there now. Sammy's got tracks of them.
South of the Burma.
But he didn't see, but him and Lovers have gone there now for their guests to go and find located.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Thank you, sir. Have a good morning. Thank you, Birdman. Got to see our elephant bull as well. Sure. Seeing all the goodies this morning, folks. Could not really have asked for much else. It's been fantastic. Now, we're going to just drive up the fence line for a bit until we can turn off at Snail Lane there. And we'll head on to Hoofpad once more and just double check and see that there's no male lions hanging about anywhere, because we, like I said, saw tracks going past the Boma. Now Sammy's called in lion tracks further south, so they're somewhere in this block. I don't know if they've already hit the western fence line and continued north towards Pofada Dam side already. It's normally the route they take. But you never know, they could be sitting in the garden by our tent at the moment. You never know. Just have to wait and see. Yeah, it's definitely as the sun is clearing the clouds and the clouds are getting higher, it's definitely getting colder, that's for sure. Don't know if you've noticed, but I keep doing this just to try and, you know, so much for thick gloves, the fingers are still numb. Right, this is always, I always have a very intuitive feeling that a leopard is watching me every time I come through this little drainage line. Ooh, weird smell there. Yeah, it smells like buttered popcorn. Definitely smell buttered popcorn, that's for sure. But I don't see any tracks.
The lock of the elephant unattended.
My gosh, did that just make a noise and a half? Hold on, gents. Now, it's not this turn off, but it's the next turn off we need to take. There's a road that cuts down here, but that takes us straight back to where the elephants were. That was a really awesome sighting of the elephants though. It's just them doing their own thing, not even paying any attention to us in the vehicle. Those are truly the best sightings, where they don't even, like, if it's like as if you weren't even there, you know. Those are the ones that were really magical. Now I believe our cheetah boys are on Kaya somewhere. They're forever loving Kaya lately. I don't know if there's a female cheetah, they're muting through the fence there, or maybe it's just because there's so much lion activity on Blowbank itself. Yeah, I did, thank you. I'm still just speaking. What's it called? Maybe it's just because of all the lion activity that they're hanging around on Kaya just to kind of stray away, because as we know, they get chased quite a bit. All right, folks, that is us for the day, or for the morning at least. I hope you all enjoyed that drive. I know I certainly did. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, always a pleasure. Thank you, Basil. Thank you, Vim. Thank you, Joe. And from our side, we're gonna head home. I'm gonna go make 6 cups of coffee and warm up my fingers. But from my side, everybody, have a great Tuesday, and have a great Tuesday morning or afternoon drive with Gareth later. And I'll hopefully see you guys very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.